Here's the questions that I ask these patients. This is the patient with no wear on their teeth and no joint pain. On a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst pain imaginable above the shoulders, how many mornings per week do you wake with a 0? You feel fabulous. You can't say, do you wake up with headaches? Because they'll say no. Their perception of normal is skewed. A 4 or 5 level headache is tolerable and medicatable, and they go about their life. A 6 or 7 or 8 might be medicatable. 0 doesn't compute to them. You have to call that fabulous for them to go, no, fabulous. Okay, once, maybe twice a week I might wake with a, maybe, I don't know. Then you say, okay, 5 days a week you wake up with a number? Yeah, okay, you got that far. On the mornings that you wake up with a number, what's the average number that you have? I don't know, 4, 5 or 6. Almost every day you wake up with 5 or 6. Yep, that's the average. You ever wake up with like 7 or 8 or so at night? And they go, yeah. Terrible, isn't it? Yeah. Does it freak you out? No. You wake up with a 1. Does that freak you out? 2 days in a row? Yeah. Totally unfamiliar to them. They don't get that at all. Normal is a degree of pain, so they have skewed their thing. If you ask the wife, hey, you want to go to lunch? Okay. You look pretty good. You got your eyeshadow on. You're looking pretty good. How do you feel? Do you have a headache today? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to stay home? You know, if I told you when I have a headache, we'd never go anywhere. Why do you think I have the eyeshadow on? So I can look better. I feel terrible. That happens all the time. This graph represents these 20 patients. The blue bar is the number, 7, is the number of days per week they would wake up with a headache. These guys, every day they wake up with a headache, 6 days a week a headache. The number of days they wake up with a headache. The yellow bar is the number of days they wake without a headache after treatment. That's one of the things I tend to follow with these patients. And these people that had no change at all, those are the ones the neurologists want to know about. I couldn't rule out clenching for them.
When I say go, I want you to bite on your back teeth and clench your back teeth together. Go. Clench, 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 relax. That's better. Okay. Yeah, but you have the NTI in now? Want to put it in now for me? When I say go, I want you to start to clench. Go. Clench, clench, relax. Go. Clench, clench, relax. Look what happens to the ability to clench.